guys, so today I wanted to take a little video of how different positions you can take when you're doing a guided meditation. Now I have a separate video where I go through a guided meditation. I'll link that down in the description below, but you could use this with any guided meditation that you use. Just a few poses to get you comfortable, and this is going to be so much up to you and your preferences. That you don't have to even use what I say, but just some ideas. Number one, the easiest of all, and you might want to have some pillows or some blankets stacked. We'll use those in just a second. The easiest one of all is, of course, just lying back on your back, stretching your legs out. Maybe your arms come out like a T or like a cactus, or perhaps they are just resting on your stomach. Now I do find if I have a hard time connecting with my breath, it helps to put my hands on my stomach because I can actually feel the physical breath enter my body and exit. So it's just a little bit more of a connection. So if you do struggle to really focus on breathing, that is helpful. It's just one more physical reminder. Another way of doing it, if you have a low back pain or if it's uncomfortable to be on your back, then you can have your feet go as wide as your mat or wherever you are on, or whatever you are on. Let your knees fall in towards one another. That can be nice and relaxing on your back, and just simply hold it here. Another way that you can do it on your back, grabbing those stacks of blankets or pillows, or if you have a bolster, that obviously works perfectly, but blankets do just fine, or pillows. You can put them underneath your knees. This is another really good one. If you have low back discomfort, you can just stack it up as high as you want and just resting here. Another way that you can use the blankets is if you decide to go on your side, you could put one blanket in between your legs, or one pillow and another on your head. Like so you are nice and in alignment. It's really good to have your knees, if you're going to be resting like something like this in a while, to have something stacked in between them so the alignment is nice and straight from your hip to your knee. So this is one way. Of course, you can do it as well. Now, this next one is going to be legs up the wall. This is really good to do. Not everybody feels comfortable holding this for a long period of time though. For instance, my husband can only hold it for a few minutes without starting to feel tingles. So he doesn't hold it very long. I think I've held it up to 30 minutes without feeling tingles, and it just depends on the day. Sometimes it's not so much. So if you feel discomfort at all, then get out of it. You don't have to hold it. Now, what legs up the wall is, it's good for circulation. It's just, it's just inverting the body a little bit. It's more like a gentle inversion. Now, do be careful if you have high blood pressure or anything like that. You want to avoid any inversions like this. So you're going to come up next to the wall, swing those legs up. Legs come right up against. Now, if you have really tight hamstrings, you can put a blanket underneath your hips and drop your booty right on top of it. You want to try and scoot as close to the wall as possible. Arms come out like so. You can also hold a wider stance and hold it that way if it feels comfortable. Now, again here, if it starts to feel like there's tingles or you feel discomfort, just come out of the pose and go into any of the other poses that I showed you. You can, of course, bend your knees too to give yourself a break if you do feel uncomfortable, and see if you go back in if it feels a little bit better. Once you come down, you just swivel to the side and you would come back up. Now, at the conclusion of any of these guided meditations, it might be a good idea, because you've usually been down for several minutes, take your time getting up. Don't just jump right up. Your body's going to be pretty relaxed. So make sure you maybe roll to a side, or just take your time getting up. Don't rush. The last thing that, of course, you can do is any seated position. So you could do a seated crisscross position. This is what I do in the video. This is how I'm seated. Normally I lie back when I do it, but for the video's sake, I wanted to sit, and it's pretty relaxing too. At the conclusion of this one, you might want to just give yourself a few neck rolls, maybe some twists side to side, or some seated cat-cow, to kind of just wake up the body a little bit more. Now, of course, so you can again use our wonderful blankets, 1 or 2. It just depends. And you can do I'm gonna do a sandwich almost like, I'm gonna kneel. These blankets aren't perfect because they're so floppy, but you can kneel and sit like this. It'll give you a little bit of cushion underneath and a little bit of cushion in between, and you can sit like so. Of course, you can do this without any blankets as well, and you can also do this with a pillow. Just take out the bottom part. All right, so those are just a few tips of different ways that you can relax during a guided meditation. But like I said, it's all gonna be up to you and what feels comfortable. You can use any position that you want. All right, that's it for today. I hope you like, subscribe, and share, if you will, and I'll see you next time.